We actually have
topic.
I was going to
Topics.
say, say the word. I know this is Talkin
Topics.
Drek, but say it.
We actually have topics for today, and it's kind of weird. I'm not used to this. Okay, so how do we want to begin? Do you guys want to say hello or anything, or do we want to just jump right into?
I think the ample amount of viewers already know who we are. Let's go straight into the topic.
Oh,
That's my opinion.
Oh,
And I just posted to you the link. Did you color your hair?
Did you just notice that?
Well, I'm just now looking at the screen.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
As I said to Sax, occasionally I feel cyberpunky and I get Grim to do my hair. So is that just the live blog? Yeah, the restructuring. Yep.
Yeah, that's. I figure, you could go to. So in a nutshell, Paizo is doing some financial restructuring. And I figure if you wanted to reference what they actually said about it, that's the link to it. There's dozens of websites out there that have given their own spin on the information, but since that's what we're going to do, I figure why not just go direct to the source and see exactly what they have to say about it, and then we can comment on that from their words. Well, somebody's feverishly typing away.
Oh, that's me. Lower it down.
All right. So this is what we got. Okay, so over the last year, Paizo has been navigating one of the most challenging periods in our company's history. I want to speak to you directly about what happened, how it has affected us, and the steps we're taking to protect the future of Pathfinder and Starfinder. This is a hard update, but you deserve clarity, and we remain committed to being open with our community. Okay. Did either of you want to take this part, or?
Sure. In January, what you just want me to read it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. In January, as of last year, our longtime book trade distributor, Diamond Comics, declared bankruptcy. Diamond handled Paizo products for major retailers like Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and Ingram, and our agreement with them was based on consignment, meaning we paid to ship products to their warehouse, and we only paid when those products were sold. When Diamond collapsed, the situation became far more complicated. JP Morgan Chase claimed a lien on all the products stored in Diamond's warehouse, including nearly 10 million in Paizo inventory. We cannot currently access this inventory pending ongoing litigation. Paizo and dozens of other publishers have been in court ever since, fighting to reclaim our own products. Diamond's exclusive contract prevented us from immediately moving to a new distributor, even after they stopped selling our books. I just terminated our contract earlier this year, but Diamond has appealed, delaying resolution. The result has been devastating. Paizo lost nearly 2 million last year, had to write off nearly 1 million in additional sales covered by the bankruptcy, and book trade sales remain far below historical levels. While sales through Paizo.com and hobby retailers have grown over the same period, they have not been sufficient to offset these losses. We are back in the book trade today with a new partner, but the book market has not yet recovered. We must make difficult decisions now.
Okay, so they've had layoffs that are impacting 12 employees. Now, this is in negotiation with the United Paizo Workers Union. They'll be given 20 days notice. Employees may volunteer. Impacted employees receive 1 week of severance per year of service. Man, that's weak, yes. And those affected will have 18 months of recall rights. It's also having some effects on the way that they do their organized play, Pathfinder Infinite and Starfinder Infinite. Official scenarios. They're ending the 3 PDFs thingamabob, and they're bringing Foundry support to a pause for the time being. And then what's going to be coming next? So, number 2, do you want to talk about things?
So, there's something about it that I don't know, doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel for what's happened. You know, I really do. I think that Paizo has been put into a very difficult position of we've given Diamond our product to sell on consignment. The bank has come in and gained control of all of Diamond's assets, and we cannot get in Paizo. We cannot get our inventory back from them, from Diamond, to sell at other distributors. There's just a couple of things here that just don't really clearly make sense to me, in that this states that Diamond has an exclusive contract that prevents them from moving to new distributors. That is a really unusual and odd thing for a publisher to have an exclusive contract with one single distributor. Does Paizo have a store?
I don't think that they have a store themselves. I think they rely on retailers.
They have an online store.
Yeah. But they don't have a physical warehouse. They don't have an actual site you can go into.
No, that's what I mean, like an online store, you know, where they can, I mean, it looks to me, I'm looking at it right now, and it looks to me that, I don't know, I see stuff that I can purchase. Pathfinder Hell's Destiny Adventure Path. I can click on it. I can add the hardcover to the cart. I can purchase it straight up outright. I can't believe that if I purchase it from this website, I can't believe that it's going to be fulfilled by Diamond Distributing.
Well, didn't they say within this that they've already found an alternative that they've turned to? Unless I've completely misread it.
I think they said something about how while sales through Paizo.com and hobby retailers have grown over the same period, they have not been sufficient to offset these losses. So obviously you can still purchase through Paizo.com.
So
that's different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So reading that, here, I'm gonna share my.
What I'm understanding is that Diamond handled the sale from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Ingram, which strikes me to be their major sites where they were selling it through other retailers. And that's what Diamond was handling. And then Paizo's got their own website where they're also then having probably smaller inventories that they're able to sell from. But what I'm gathering up from this is that Diamond was their sole logistical center where they would send it over to. They would then be in contact with larger retail sites to then sell them out to individuals. And they would then incentivize them to push the products out to get them advertised on Barnes and Nobles, Ingram, and Amazon, because they would then be paid by consignment to incentivize, the sale and
Yeah, I
advertisement.
get the words, and I just shared another link. If I go to Amazon, I can again currently purchase a myriad of Pathfinder products. So if Diamond again is the sole distributor there, how? If they're, not allowed to sell there. Somebody is distributing this. So that's what I mean by there's certain elements to that statement, to their statement that just doesn't really seem to be adding up for me.
Well, see, I'm of the opposite side. I would expect them to still want to sell it, because as a part of the litigation is that you need to basically pay out the bankruptcy, which means that
Oh, sure. But JP Morgan has claimed a lien on all of the products stored in Diamond's warehouse. And if Diamond is the one that is supposed to be doing the products, handling the Paizo products for major retailers like Amazon, and we're looking at Amazon right now, and I can purchase it right now, then those products are not they're not frozen. Those assets are not frozen. And I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I feel like a little more clarification needs to be had with the statement. If Paizo means instead that JP Morgan claimed a lien on those products, the products are still able to be sold, but that money, that revenue, is to pay off the debt of Diamond. That needs to be better clarified, because how it reads to me is that we're looking at it. I see that it's being sold. And if Diamond has the exclusive contract with them, then that means that the only products on Amazon, unless it's like a mom and pop shop selling it, that only Diamond Distributing is the one that is fulfilling these orders.
Could it be that JP Morgan Chase, through the litigation, is selling off the books to pay?
I don't think so. Just pick any random Pathfinder product. Pick one. Where does it say who is it sold by?
On the right-hand side where it says sold by Paizo 2.
Huh. So it's being fulfilled by Paizo.
Well, Paizo 2. Who's Paizo 2?
Well, if you click on it.
No, that's not being fulfilled by Paizo. Morning, kids.
Morning.
Who is it being fulfilled by?
Amazon. Right under buy now. Ships from Amazon sold by Paizo. So essentially it's the same kind of consignment situation that they were in with Diamond. Well, maybe not consignment, but
okay.
So the goods are then physically with
Seraphis, go ahead and pop up the actual official statement. Brian, we're going to get you caught up to speed here just a moment.
I've read their statement.
Okay. So it states here, well, it contradicts then what you just stated.
Okay.
And that's my point.
Oh, okay.
So it states how we got here. In January of last year, our longtime book trade distributor, Diamond Comics, declared bankruptcy. Diamond handled Paizo products for major retailers like Amazon. So how can Paizo be selling products through Amazon if Diamond had the exclusive to sell on Amazon?
They say I don't know how exactly, because obviously we're not, we're outside party looking in.
Mm-hmm.
right here, a judge terminated their contract. But Diamond has appealed, delaying resolution. I mean that's my understanding on how that works. Is
Well, if Diamond's exclusive contract prevents them from immediately moving to a new distributor, even after they stop selling their books, and even though a judge terminated that contract earlier this year, Diamond has appealed, delaying the resolution, meaning that Paizo still can't do anything with that inventory.
not
So
not
how is it on
necessarily
Amazon?
moving to a new distributor. In this case, they're not moving to a new distributor. This is more like they're selling direct to the retailer, is how I would see it. So they're not able to sign a new distribution contract, but they're signing it's like you as the Game Master's store, you contact Paizo and say, I would like to buy your books to put in my store, and they send you a crate of books. Okay, so there's no distributor there because you went straight to the manufacturer,
right?
Whereas Diamond, like the whole point to having it with Diamond was because, they
handled the logistics of it, the shipping, the packaging.
I need not just that. It's I need some paint. I need some Warhammer miniatures. Hey, can you throw in a copy of Starfinder to put me over my shipping limit? That's part of the reason to be in that you want to have that distributors, so that they can handle those onesie.
Yes, I get how all that works.
Right, but with Amazon, they're just like, can you send us a pallet of Starfinder 2nd edition? And they're just getting the whole pallet and then retailing it. So it can be done, but my understanding on Amazon, essentially, it's like Paizo's the whole affiliate thing, and not necessarily affiliate, but like technically it's the Paizo store on Amazon system, because that's the other thing, is it ships from Amazon, sold by Paizo. So technically, Paizo's the one selling it.
Except Diamond had an exclusive contract with major retailers like Amazon. So what's the workaround there? That's what I'm saying is, obviously there was a workaround, but it's not very clear as to what it raises some red flags, is what I'm saying.
Can I ask what red flags are for you? Because I'm just not seeing it.
Yes. Okay, so for me, the biggest red flag is I don't necessarily trust what this message actually says. The validity or accuracy of it. I almost suspect
it's corpo speak.
Yes, it is. It is corpo speak. I almost suspect that this was a great reason to do a financial restructuring, but that was something that was already going to be happening. Sure. That's what I suspect. That's the red flag that I'm seeing.
But even then, like, I doubt, to be completely transparent, I don't see them coming out and saying, oh, by the way, we have been doing absolutely. I mean, they say like, yeah, we've not been doing too hot, and this is now the icing on the cake where we need to do some serious things. But they're not going to come out and say, oh, it has been going on for years, and at this point we're not having to do this. So that's going to look worse for them.
I agree. I agree.
Because also they've got the union to deal with.
Yeah.
That, I mean,
and hey, this is a legal way to get to have that dealt with.
Right, exactly. And
it gives them that ammunition. So I'm coming from someone that has very recently been laid off, not from Paizo, but from where I used to work. And it was done under a financial restructuring, a reduction in force. 15 people were let go where I worked at. Me and my entire department were among them. I get why it happens. I'm not I have no issues with the why. I understand why. It's business. I get that. That's the transparency that I would expect from a company that is trying to be upstanding. But the bigger issue is the people that made the financial decisions that ended up being the bad decisions to make, because, hey, if they were making good financial decisions, there would be no need to have layoffs. But the people that were making those decisions are still there. So those bad decisions are going to continue to happen.
Right, but they're never
The
going
wrong
to admit
people are being let go.
But that's
You know who we need? We need goss.
Yeah.
Yeah. His business stuff would be really helpful right now.
wait.
Why do
who?
people who
Oh,
Goss in Rome? His business takes.
I heard
on-
something else. I heard gods, and I'm like, I don't think God's going to get involved in these kinds of petty squabbles here. But then you run into the problem in the fact that, okay, well, who should be laid off? Should it be the low level people who are quote unquote just employees, or should it be the person at the top who owns the company and it's their capital and it's their investment? Yes, they're making bad decisions, but it is their bad decisions to make.
Or, and I'm just throwing this out there, maybe some American companies could take a book from Nintendo.
I haven't paid attention to Nintendo.
Yeah, you'll have to fill me in on that one.
Okay, so this was about 10 years ago. Nintendo suffered massive losses, and rather than having to fire people or make massive layoffs through the company, the CEO and other executive board members took massive pay cuts to keep everyone on.
Very few
Yeah, I would
companies
agree with
doing
that.
These, again, that's the right thing to do if you want to have the optics and show your workers that you do care for them. Very few companies do that,
And
because at the end of the day, it's easier to cut down the middle and or even the lower part and go fuck it.
And I'll be honest, personal bias absolutely within here, is I don't think that these I think Paizo is very performative. They're very left wing, very Seattle, very socialist performing, but at the end of the day, they want their money.
Yeah.
Hearing
Again,
lots of buzzwords.
I no, but it is a lot of buzzwords. But let's be honest, it's not wrong. Like of all, most gaming companies are left leaning. I get that, but of all the companies that exist, who's more left leaning than Paizo?
But let's take the politics outside of this. What we are all agreeing on is that fundamentally, Paizo would be saying we're going to be focusing on the bottom line because that's what keeps all businesses afloat, regardless of the rest of it. Would we agree on that?
Well, no, we would agree on that. But my point is, Seraphis is saying, oh well, Nintendo's is being honorable, and the top level is taking cuts to protect the low level. But the thing is that at the end of the day, number one, it's an American company, so quote unquote aggressively capitalist. But that, because think about it, the union started to form, and nobody was like, guys, this, or people actually did come out and say, this is dumb. That you form a union because nobody else can do this job and you're going to control the workplace. I'm sorry. Role-playing designers, community managers, they're a dime a dozen. I can find them by going out and spitting into the wind. Okay? But the Paizo employee said, we're going to unionize and protect our jobs. And Paizo immediately, sure, go ahead. Great. We recognize the union. Immediately. They didn't question it. They didn't push back. They didn't say, hey, this is how it's going to affect our bottom line. They immediately said, let's do it. And then what do? Oh, sorry. Got to cut you. You know, they don't care. The top level does not care. It's absolutely performative. You know, they want their money. And I don't blame them for wanting their money. Let's be honest. Like, WotC shat the bed 100%, and Paizo came in and took their money. 1,000%. You know, but now, you know, they're like, the worst part is I want to yell and say, oh, Paizo deserved this. You know, because
so
I disagree with them.
Let's delve into the land of conspiracy.
Hold on 1 second. I want to say they deserve this, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, they got screwed by Diamond. They got screwed hard. I bet you anything, none of this would be happening. Because I'll be honest, the whole Diamond situation is bullshit. I give you my stuff on consignment. Oh, I'm going out of business. I'm going to keep all the stuff that you technically own. Actually,
it's not Diamond though. It's JP Morgan that's claimed the lien on it.
Whoever. How are you claiming a lien on something that Diamond doesn't own?
Right.
You know, and the fact that any judge is like, yep, sounds reasonable to me. Stuff's in the warehouse. JP Morgan, you get to steal it.
Right.
How?
Well, and that's that. Okay, so now you're seeing the red flags. You are specifically citing the exact red flags that I'm talking about. There's stuff here that just doesn't make sense.
No, but that's not a Paizo red flag. That's red flags. Like I said, I want to blame Paizo. Politically, I disagree with Paizo 8,000%. However, the whole Diamond thing around it, if they would be fine if they had just gotten their books back and could go into a new distributor agreement, I highly doubt we'd be seeing this stuff today. But to have $2 million of saleable goods locked up, that's not on Paizo.
I mean, and even in the role-playing industry, that's sizable.
No, that's not sizable. That's almost unheard of. Like, think about it. Who can honestly do that?
I mean, aside from Paizo and WotC, I don't know anyone that has that kind of capital or infrastructure.
Maybe Free League. Maybe.
Fair.
Okay, so I'm looking at Diamond's website, and they've got a restructuring information panel. They're doing a Chapter 11, which allows them to restructure, not completely close. Because that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, why, if Diamond had exclusive distribution rights for Paizo products, and they were filing bankruptcy, why would they fight to Diamond's exclusive? I'm just going to quote this from Paizo's. Diamond exclusive contract prevents us from immediately moving to a new distributor, even after they stopped selling our books. A judge terminated that contract earlier this year, but Diamond has appealed, delaying resolution. So a judge has said, no, Diamond, the legally contract that you had with Paizo is now gone. It's dissolved, no longer exists. Diamond is appealing that. And I think that they're appealing it because they are planning on restructuring so that they can continue to do business.
Which I get that, because Paizo, say they've got a contract for, we're going to say 5 years. Okay. There's 2 years left on the contract, and it could be Diamond's, part of the reason they're fighting it. Diamond's like, well, if I lose this is this is something where, like I said, Paizo's probably got a giant churn, through Diamond. So they don't want to lose that contract, But that's why I say I don't think Amazon's a problem, because it looks like it's an Amazon or a Paizo store using Amazon's infrastructure.
Sure.
So that's how I think they're getting around the exclusivity deal, because Amazon isn't distributing it, they're retailing it. Or well, let me rephrase that. Paizo's retailing it, and Amazon is just doing the fulfillment side. Fulfillment is not distribution.
Okay, so that brings us back around to their statement of, and bear with me because I don't want to misquote it. Bear with me. Seraphis, where was it where it states that there are online sales? There we go. Okay, how we got here. Yeah, you were, yeah, right there. That last sentence. While sales through Paizo.com and hobby retailers have grown over the same period, they have not been sufficient to offset these losses. Except if their side, and this is another red flag. If all of this, the how we got here, is cited that Diamond handled, again, now I'm jumping back up to the top. If Diamond handled Paizo products for major retailers like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Ingram, I would assume there's others in there, not just those three, that Diamond fulfilled and distributed the products to Amazon, to Barnes & Noble, and to Ingram for those locations to turn around and sell them on their own, then I guess that's the other red flag that I'm seeing is that, again, we'll point to that last sentence there. While sales through Paizo.com and hobby retailers have grown over the same period, they have not been sufficient to offset these losses. It's an endless loop, and it almost tells me that their financial losses were happening, or let me rephrase, not financial losses, but sales numbers were not there to begin with. And that this thing with Diamond is the catalyst, or let me rephrase that, not catalyst, is the
catalyst, I think,
corporate
is a good word.
speak. No, the corporate speak that you said is their corporate speak transparency of why they are doing a financial restructuring.
I might say that that's kind of on par too, because they, quote unquote, recently did a collaboration with Warframe Digital Extremes for a Starfinder adventure with Warframe, and it was a PDF only through the Paizo store. And they've done a few others like that as well. And it's like, well, if you're cutting out the middleman and making these purely Paizo store exclusives, how are you losing all that money?
I will also state too that if you scroll down just a hair, this could explain why they've got the Amazon stuff. We're back in the book trade today. That first sentence there. We're back in the book trade today with a new partner, but the book market has not yet recovered. We must make difficult decisions now. So Diamond on May 16th is when, I'm sorry, on January 14th, that's when they did a voluntary petition. Diamond did a voluntary petition for relief under Chapter 11.
I think that just means that they filed it then.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's just some things here that just don't quite add up. That just don't really make sense. And listen, I'm not an attorney. I don't know how legal things work. I don't know. It just seems to me that there were, or that there could have been other alternatives, other options available. Hey, look, I've got $2 million worth of product. I mean, is that what that Paizo said that they had? Yeah, $2 million
2 million.
last year that they had to write off. Okay. Results have been devastating. Paizo lost, and again, this is what Paizo wrote. Paizo lost nearly $2 million last year, had to write off nearly $500,000 in additional sales covered by the bankruptcy. So $500,000. Okay. They lost nearly $2 million last year in 2025.
Put it up again real quick, Seraphis.
This is the scroll to how we got here. Scroll up just a little bit.
Yeah, right there.
Right
nope,
there.
Down.
Okay. Yeah. See, the Paizo lost nearly $2 million last year in 2025, except the Diamond bankruptcy was filed in January of this year. So that kind of confirms that they were having financial issues prior to all of this.
Yeah, because Paizo lost $2 million last year.
Right.
And had to write off $500,000 in additional sales covered by the bankruptcy.
Right.
So
$500,000.
Well, right. That's just like, okay, they went bankrupt. Cool. We've got to wipe out, or that's 500,000. Or basically, I think that means that they were probably getting about $500,000 in sales from Diamond. But because let's be honest, Paizo does a ton of direct sales anyways.
I would think.
Well,
and I mean, and to hear, and honestly, to hear any Pathfinder fan talk about it, the whole world is playing Pathfinder.
Well, but
everybody's leaving D&D in droves and moving to Pathfinder.
My point was going to be the who's the thing, their subscriptions. Like they push their subscriptions a lot. I'm
not
sign up
with that one.
Oh, that like basically you just go in and you subscribe, and if a new book comes out, they charge your card and just ship it to you automatically.
I gotcha.
Like, so you're not even having to go in and like,
that's kind of cool. I mean, that's kind of a neat thing.
I will go buy it. No, you've already bought it. They just haven't charged your card yet.
Right.
And I think with that, they also included I think they also include free PDFs with that, because I know that they did say that they're taking free PDFs away, but I want to say that's like if you just purchase it normally.
I think that is we will end the automatic granting of free PDFs of non-society Paizo products to volunteers. So I think that would be to like, my understanding is like content creators. So like if you and I were, normally getting their products to review, now I don't know why they would stop that. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And I don't know what venture officers are. That venture officers will continue to receive free access to Paizo produced society. I don't know what society scenarios are.
Pathfinder Society is their RPGA.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm there right now. Pathfinder Society organized play as a worldwide fantasy role-playing campaign.
Yeah.
So probably like,
Adventures League.
Yeah, certain volunteers would get free PDFs, and they're probably just cutting that.
Yeah. Now I will say, and for anybody watching that says, "Oh, that number 2, he's just he's a WotC shill," no, because I still hold a lot of resentment for them laying off 1,200 people just days before Christmas. That's a bullshit move. That's inexcusable, and that is definitely a situation where the wrong people were let go because the people that were making the financial decisions are still there. Well, actually, no longer. Some of them are no longer still there. And in defense of what Paizo is doing, scroll up to layoffs. It's just one section up. So it states that as part of their efforts to address core business, adapt to the current business environment, they'll be conducting layoffs impacting 12 employees. I don't know how many total employees they have, but the last little bullet point there is those affected will have 18-month recall rights.
That's a union thing. Basically,
yes,
it means if they rehire, they have to go to them first.
They have to go to them first, correct.
So
and
Paizo
that's
has
the
50
benefit
to
of
100.
having the union. What, Seraphis?
Paizo have between 50 and 100 employees.
Okay.
So 20
About a
to
tenth.
15 or 10 to 20% reduction. Yeah, maybe it is worse for Paizo than I thought. Yeah.
Also, just interesting notes, because you guys got me, well, going.
Yes, because you've been speaking so much.
Yeah, no, I've been looking up some things. So you were mentioning about, like, financials and stuff. Because Wizards of the Coast is a subsidiary under Hasbro, it doesn't have any, like,
we don't
out
get to
there
see its numbers.
Yeah, it's estimated to be about 2.2 billion annually, but that's an estimate.
Real quick, for years they've said that the WotC numbers is basically like D&D is a rounding error. It's all Magic the Gathering.
I wouldn't be surprised. For Paizo, their annual revenue is listed as being somewhere between 12 to 35 million. Modifius is around 12 to 13 million. And Chaosium is between 1.6 and 12 million.
That's a huge swing.
Yeah. I'm guessing that could be taking into account the change with 5.5 and how in other parts of the world D&D is now losing favor and Chaosium is getting its stance back with retailers in Asia, Australia, those countries, so that annual revenue is going back up again, because they used to be big here until 5th edition.
For Paizo?
No, Chaosium.
Chaosium, okay.
Yeah, Chaosium used to be like, you could find as much Call of Cthulhu stuff as there was Shadowrun, D&D,
Right.
etc. Back in 2000s. But yeah, then it dropped off. You saw the rise of Pathfinder and stuff, and then yeah. So I reckon that's what it's accounting for with that 1.6 to 12 million. Anyway, continue.
I will also state, I posted another link there in the private. Pathfinder 5e.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Yep.
Which do we want to then swing this into the other 5e news?
Oh, okay. Actually, what's really interesting is the fact that the Pathfinder 5e is up on Wizards website.
Yes.
That's
so
really-
that begs the question, which let's see.
Well, I don't.
Mr. Vincent states, how long before someone buys Paizo?
I don't know if anyone would necessarily buy Paizo.
I mean, how can you imagine how pissed off Pathfinder fans would be if Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro bought Paizo?
Well, and that's see, and here's the bigger problem though, as far as buying Paizo. Okay, you're not buying the employees. You're buying the intellectual property. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
How many video games, like the number 1 was great, or number 2 was even better. They got bought out by Microsoft, and number 3 was the biggest pile of steaming garbage because all of the developers bounced after the buyout, and scattered to the 4 winds, and so they, raised up a new developer to build on the IP that couldn't do anything, that quote unquote crap the bed.
Mass Effect, Dragon Age, pretty much everything BioWare did.
Yes, Ubisoft, EA, etc., etc., etc. So
yeah, but your point is completely invalid because hey, isn't Paizo an American company that's left leaning that just wants money? And if somebody comes dangling a check that says, "Hey, we want to buy you," they're not going to take it.
No, I'm not saying they wouldn't take
Employee
it.
and we don't give a shit about them.
No, hold on. I'm not saying they wouldn't take the money. I'm just saying I don't know, or it's not it. Something like that would be done to quote unquote kill. Actually, Mr. Vincent actually brings up a good point. That would be done to kill Pathfinder, not to. Oh well, we really like what they're. That's the thing. I don't think they would either. WotC doesn't have to. I don't know. Oh, hey, Max was here.
Yeah, I just saw that too. Hello, Mr. Vincent and Max, if you're still around. Dirty Capellan.
Somebody could buy them. I don't think they will. Honestly, with them saying, hey, especially like, okay, we're going to lay off 10 to 12 people. We don't know who exactly is that real too?
Yes. Yeah, if you want something really mind-blowing, Seraphis, I just sent another image. I can't send it here. I don't know.
Did you kick him out?
Hey, I'm not making it up.
No, I get that. I do. I get it. But that insults me on like 20 years of role playing. So that can go fuck itself in the ass.
Well, that I think is quote unquote, we can call that a prelude to one of the future topics. I forget what the exact schedule was today.
Take a look.
I'm barely
take
awake.
a look at that link.
Yeah, you send something like that in the Discord, and now you want me to put on another link. I'm just you make it difficult.
No, it's the same thing. It's just like the actual.
This is the actual location for it. That's all. I mean, I realize the three of us know the inside background stuff here, but the people that are watching haven't seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look 2 down from Vampire
Frontiers
the
of
Masquerade.
Eberron.
Frontiers of Eberron.
Wait, what is partner-
Visionary.
partnered content?
Yes, this is partnered content. Basically, what it is it's where they anybody that wants to write for 5th edition or 5.5, if it's good enough, if it's got enough merit, then and it helps if you're already established out there, in the industry. They will start selling. Wizards of the Coast will start selling your stuff on their website as partnered content.
So technically, you're publishing it, but Wizards is putting it up on D&D Beyond as well.
So, like, let's say somehow, I don't know who's the company that's behind BattleTech.
Catalyst.
Okay, let's say that they create a 5.5 version for BattleTech.
Yeah, you can go fucking.
You'd see it on
here. I think you just gave Max Liao a stroke.
I'm just using that as an example, okay?
Oh no, I know, but I'm just like he's got some opinions about BattleTech and 5e and Catalyst, and you just meshed all of that together, and I think gave him a stroke. That's what I think happened.
Gotcha. Oh well,
and not the kind of stroke that he probably likes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. But yeah, so just seeing a Vampire the Masquerade. Now, it's not the core game system.
No, it's not.
It's basically a subclass. It's a vampire class.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, they're also adding in blood points and disciplines, which is all
right.
Vampire terminology and stuff.
I think what I have a difficult time wrapping my head around is how am I going to have something connected directly to Vampire the Masquerade and roll dice something other than a D10?
You are
just short circuits my brain. I can't.
No. Again, that's part of the reason that I like that's one thing that I've gleaned from Max over the years is he's and we'll get into this when we get to Essence 20. Is that the rules absolutely are part of the game and the setting and the feel.
Yeah.
That like even if it's another $2 million in sales, is it worth just let's just put it in 5.5 as opposed to keeping it in what is the White Wolf system called?
I think it's just World of Darkness.
No, that's the setting. But games usually have like it was D20 system or I don't know. Anyways, I just thought of that. Anyways, yeah, but again, the vampire system, the way it was designed for running these kinds of games, and just throwing it into 5.5 isn't necessarily going to be storyteller system. Thank you, Max. The storyteller system absolutely influences the game and the setting, and just reskinning it into 5.5 is gonna strip some of that. Now, the blood point sounds nice, or it sounds like it's trying to keep some of that, but how much is going to be lost by putting it into the race class scheme of D&D? So Anyways, what were we talking about?
Going down the road, not across the street.
Oh, stop it, Seraphis. Anyways, you know what? Let's jump into it. Let's do Essence 20. or apparently that will just anger Seraphis even more.
Yes. Yeah, this eye is already twitching from that last thing.
Okay. In their defense, that's not, WotC. That's not even White Wolf. That's somebody else, which also is really interesting. The fact that it's a complete third party that's doing it and able to use the white or the vampire name.
Yeah, Ghostfire.
Yeah, I don't know who
Ghostfire
Ghostfire is.
Oh, for God's sake.
Grim Hollow.
Oh, they're the fucking Aussie motherfuckers.
Neotopia Quest.
Yeah, no, they can go fuck a goat.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
What's wrong with them?
Well, let's just say they don't like fellow Australians, considering that they put their product out for us at a US, so we have to pay in US on their fucking website, $120 for one of their fucking books. They can go fuck off. They are greedy ass cunts. Fuck them.
Do they at least ship from Australia?
No. I don't bother to look anymore. At one point they did, which is why I got pissed off with them. But, fuck them.
Yeah, lots of 5e stuff, but I'm not sure how/why they have a vampire license.
Probably because of their more gothic themes of their stuff. I don't know. Again, don't give a fuck. They're East Coast cunts.
Well, anyways, let's continue with Seraphis's stroke.
So yes, Renegade is ditching. Well, not necessarily ditching, but they're going to be releasing pretty much everything.
Well, they've called it second edition, and they're rewriting it for 5.5.
Yeah. So, for me, I interpret that as ditching. But then I've had this nasty suspicion coming for, as I said the other day, since last year when they showed off that Signal presentation from the D&D thing last year, and they showed off a miniature of Optimus Prime in the Signal VTT.
Well, so we did bring that up in our backstage, but now that I think about it, that actually is essentially a non-issue in my opinion, because of the fact that it's the Signal the presentation for the now defunct WotC VTT that was being developed by Hasbro, who owns Transformers.
Yeah, and I get that, but it's still seemed to show that Hasbro was intending to bring their licenses into one fold. In my view,
I don't think that's the case at all. I mean, maybe they're going to buy out, Renegade, which would not surprise me at all with the amount of Hasbro stuff that Renegade is publishing. Because like literally, Heroescape, Axis and Allies, Robo Rally, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers,
My Pretty Pony,
My Little Pony, my Pretty Little Pony, whatever. All of that is Hasbro. Like there's a few things that they put out that is like their own creation, but 99% of like the stuff that they push hard is all quote unquote Hasbro. So could Hasbro bring them in house? Possibly, but I mean, technically right now they don't have to. At this point it's just a check for Hasbro, because Renegade is having to deal with all the expenses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that do Dungeon Crawler Carl, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they do have that one.
And they recently did Welcome to Night Vale. There's another one there, I think, too.
Oh yeah, Power Rangers.
Yeah. But yeah, the majority of their stuff is Hasbro IP. Which, I'm sorry, the 5.5 system does not lend itself to that kind of play that they created with the Essence 20.
Yeah, well, and so that's another interesting thing, because they're also publishing the vampire stuff, which is really interesting, of the fact that there's technically 2 licensees to do World of Darkness.
Yep.
Paizo doing quote unquote classic World of Darkness, and then Onyx Path doing New World of Darkness. But yeah, so they're already dealing with that. I don't know. I don't think the switch to 5.5 is going to be the boost for them that they think it's going to be. I really don't. I don't
know. They're going to do a Kickstarter to try to fund it.
Right, Kickstarter to fund it, and because they're calling it second edition, so theoretically they're dumping,
or maybe back or kill, whatever. Yeah,
a crowdfunding. Yeah.
Crowdfunding, yeah.
Legion of Myth says, can they add a 5.5 compatible subsystem that will work? That's the thing, is they're not doing a subsystem. It's second edition, this time powered by 5.5 instead of Essence 20. And this is one of those situations where I will 1,000% agree with Max that the system, the way the system is designed, absolutely impacts how I think the game plays, and even how characters are created. I'll be honest, the one thing I love most about G.I. Joe is I think it nails creating military style characters, especially modern military style characters.
Yeah.
And I do not think a quote unquote race class system would work. I could be wrong. I'm not a game designer. I don't know what their plans are. Like Air Force as your race and pilot as your class. I don't.
Well, that stuff could end up being background.
It could, but how again, race class is already built into D&D. So you could look at something like Everyday Heroes, or D20 Modern, where you're, it's like they have Strong Hero, which is a strength-based class, and you have Agile Hero, which is your dexterity-based, or I guess I should say race. And then so you've got that, but again, then you have pilot. I can almost see them doing that, like Strong Hero, whatever. I don't know. My brain is just not wrapping around it. But again, it's yes, Max, system informed setting, and I think they're going to lose a lot by switching to 5.5 instead of Essence 20. I don't know.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hey, when nature calls, you got to answer. We get it.
And apparently when you come back, you don't even turn your microphone on. Clearly you don't want to talk to us. I see how it is, Saxious.
The fuck?
Yeah, whatever you just said did not come through.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But now it is, so.
No,
Right.
now it is. Okay.
Right, so you could try repeating yourself.
I said yes, amongst many other things.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic. All right, so I guess I've missed the crux of the discussion here.
No, we just started the Essence 20 discussion.
Not right.
So what are your thoughts, Saxious? Should we just ditch all the other role-playing systems out there and move everything over to 5.5?
Well, naturally, after not playtesting anything, having seen an overwhelming and audible dislike for moving further and further, closer and closer towards D&D mechanics, naturally, this is what people crave. They just don't know it. No, seriously, I don't want more 5.5 clones. I don't like the direction 5.5 was going. Like 5e as it was at the very beginning, back in 2014, 2015. I was like,
5.5 is 2024.
Yeah, I know. So the 5.5 I get is 2024, but the 5.0, when that came out, I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm feeling nostalgia. There are things here I recognize. I like this. And there's a bit of everything that's appealing to me. That became less and less and less appealing. And then they decided, you know what? We need to take all of these things we've been muddling together in this cauldron, rehash it, and effectively just like put it out again as 5.5.
Hey, I'm all 100% behind that one.
I figured you would be.
We'll call it Thaco movement.
The Thaco movement.
I'll see even that. I'm still a second edition.
Hey, Merlin, I got to bounce, but Merlin, I don't know. I might almost have to make a video on my channel that's just simply called Thaco movement. Let's bring Thaco back.
There are people that do advocate for that.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
It's
a fun system. I mean, and Saxious, you would love it. It's crunchy. It's lots of math. Not really.
Weird math.
THAC0 is just base attack bonus.
It is. Yeah.
Like it's not even that difficult.
It's not.
It is
It's
the
really
easy
not.
thing up. Like there's the whole like
it's descending armor class versus ascending armor class.
Yeah.
Or
but even then, like when I take people from like 5e and I introduce them to THAC0, I just go, okay, take 20 minus your THAC0. That's the bonus that you get. It's like, oh, but why is it written this way? Well, this is how it was way back in the day. This is how they were thinking. It's changed to what we know it as a proficiency bonus or base attack bonus. That's just a simple explanation. And then we move on. Once people understand that, it's like they just go.
Well, okay. Jokes aside, why
move away from something that makes a game unique?
Because it's going to go back to our original conversation, not for this topic. I'm talking for the show. Of they think it's going to bring in more money. Like they literally said in their announcement that, which actually I think I might have sent that one to Seraphis. Did I send it? No. I guess I put that one in the group. Man, we talk a lot.
We do,
Wow,
we do.
It's like you're just reading the chats. And then you go back in and there's just like me going like, hey, I'd like to contribute. Here's some memes.
Yeah.
This is like, I have no skin in this. I can't contribute. But here's a meme, my good sir. Allow me to contribute and justify my stay.
And we love you for it, Saxious. Don't think otherwise.
Oh, I can't.
And like every third sentence from me is cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got an Australian like status quo to maintain, and your government literally, like, if you don't say it enough, you're taxed. It's the weirdest. It's like it's the swearing tax. If you don't swear enough, you are taxed, and you need to stay above that bracket.
Okay, I'm not finding it. It was. Anyways, the short end of it is they said on their Discord, and Malachi shared it, and I don't even, anyway, whatever. At the end of the day, the gist of the point was that they're looking at it as a way to get new players, people that are already familiar with 5.5, and they can get them to come over and play G.I. Joe because they're already familiar with 5.5.
That's not ever going to happen.
But Brian, even you said, but what if it makes them another $2 million? Why wouldn't they do it?
Sure.
And my argument is what you just said. I don't think people are going to do it. I think the fans of G.I. Joe are going to go wherever it is.
Yeah, so that begs the question, how big is G.I. Joe right now? I mean, outside of that one singular role-playing game, is there still a cartoon out there for it?
There is no cartoon, but they have been so okay. The problem is that the toy industry effectively doesn't really market to kids anymore. They market to us adults because we actually have money.
Right.
And well, quote unquote, we have money. They're still putting out figures. They're fantastic. Dear Lord, are they good?
I wouldn't know. I can't afford them.
I know. Neither can I. But they're good. That's my point. Is the figures are really good, but they're 6-inch figures. They're they're like $25 a piece. You don't buy that for an 8-year-old. Yeah, exactly. Legion of Myth. It's nostalgia berries. That's what they're doing lately. So that's the other thing is I think the G.I. Joe fans, already have the Essence 20 stuff. Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah, I gotta run.
All right.
Folks coming in.
We'll miss you.
Y'all have fun. Stay safe.
Okay. See you in chat.
Yep.
Yeah, and dang it, I wish he was still here because I don't know. I wish he was here because I think he's the bigger proponent for D&D 5.5 stuff. But I'll be honest. I wonder if this just means that they're gonna end up killing these RPG lines instead of being able to maintain it. I don't think it's gonna work well under 5.5.
Well, no, it's not. But that's not going to stop them.
I've just seen too many games or too many attempts of being like, hey, we're now going to do the 5e version to tailor that massive whatsy crowd. But the problem is, it's you versus a legion of other creators all gunning for the same for the same audience. So you're just being drowned out. So you then need to stand out, which means you then have to make yourself be different, but using the same formula.
Yeah.
If that's making sense, like it's literally the same crunchiness. You're just trying to put different flavoring or icing on top of it to make it look different. And yeah.
No, you know what? That's actually a perspective I had not thought of before. Yes, there's a giant pool of 5.5 players. But everybody figures, oh, I'll just go after the 5.5 players. And that'll pull them in because they're already 5.5 players. But now you're having you're having to scream with another 100 other people that are all screaming. So either your production value has to be over the top, which
that's going to cost you a fortune.
You know what? I'll give Renegade one thing. I think their production value is fantastic.
Yes.
And
distinct, because you look at I've got the Transformers books. You look at that, you compare it to just the style that's then in Welcome to Night Vale. Completely different. And then you compare it again to how they've done My Little Pony. Different again.
Right. And the art all captures whatever it is. It's done really well.
Well, I do take umbrage with their Transformers Transmetal book, where they put Maximals and Predacons at the same size as Autobots and Decepticons.
Okay, stop being so pedantic, Seraphis.
No. Maximals and Predacons are the size of humans. They're not the size of Autobots and Decepticons. Fucking stupid bullshit.
Okay. Max's point, all these other IPs, licenses, and games going 5.5 is just a way to give the 5e setting material that it basically removed from D&D. So, I mean, well, yeah, because Expedition to the Barrier Peaks had, lasers and spaceships and aliens. I think robots. Maybe it was robots instead of aliens. I mean, technically, I guess monsters would be aliens anyways.
Well, it depends which ones.
No, but I'm just saying, I can see that to a point, but again, it's just I don't know. don't know if this is going to be. I don't think this is going to be the flex that they think it is. I don't think putting it in 5.5 is going to bring in new players. I'll be honest. Looking at the books that they have now, I'm probably fine with the collection that I have. I think I have everything. But I'm way less interested in getting second edition and just having it be 5.5. Maybe I'll pick up a PDF just to see how it is, but I'm not inclined towards it.
See, I like my statement with the Eberron book for 5.5. I wouldn't even do that, and if someone sent it to me, I would burn the fucking thing.
I got it for Christmas.
Yes, I know you did, but I'm talking about me, not you.
I know, but that's another problem is I haven't really even opened it since Christmas. Right, but it's just I don't know. Is there anything else to well? Yeah, I mean, I guess is there anything else to say because it
Oh, I do have this, right? How many different types of games do you play? Or how many different...
I am not the one to ask about that because we all know I don't play anything.
And what you do play, you suck at. So
yes, exactly.
Okay, let's just take a splattering. Okay, there's different genres of games, right? Let's say we take splattering. We've got Red Alert. Red Alert. We've got Command and Conquer. We've got Call of Duty. We've got Baldur's Gate 1. And we've got FIFA and then Need for Speed, right? We've got a splattering of very popular games.
Yep. Hold on. Speaking of FIFA, 2-0, just saying. Sorry. Anyways.
So anyway. Okay, so we've got 5 different genres there, right?
Right.
Why would you try to make everything? Why would you try to make all of those Call of Duty? Or why would you try to make all of those FIFA? Or why would you try to make all of those Command and Conquer? That's what this kind of shit feels like. When you start stripping away other systems for one system, you're losing the point of all those other systems.
You know what? I had not thought about it that way, but as soon as you started listing off all of the different video games, then it clicked. Because nobody cares if there's a different video game style. And especially when like a new video game style comes out, people get excited. It's like, whoa, this is something different.
Yes.
You know, not that I can recall the last time we really did anything different, but that's beside the point. But yeah, it's like that. That's why I look back at like the heyday of role-playing games, you know, the 70s and 80s and even into the 90s. You know,
for us in Australia, it was the 90s. We were starting to get everything here. So that was such a great time for being in this community because we kind of got influxed by fucking everything. We got Shadowrun, we got D&D, we got Vampire, or all the World of Darkness stuff. We got what else was I doing? BattleTech. Yeah, we got all of those games pretty much all at once, And then for about 15 years, all of them got to live together.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. We started seeing a bit of a slowdown when 3.5 got its own shelf, but it didn't take away from the other games. They were still there. They still had their systems. It was great.
Oh yeah, well, and but even then, like I remember going into stores and TSR had their rack, like that. You know, it was the just like the little tiered rack, TSR, and that's where you put all of the D&D books, and it was bigger than any other shelf rack out there. You know, but even still, like you could just go in and find all sorts of things, you know, and they all live together. And yes, D&D outsold them all, but it didn't matter. You know, here in the States, D&D outsold everything. You know, like even now, it still outsells everything. You know, but again, that like there was space on the shelf. People were, people would put out new things. They would try new things. That's why Traveler exists. Other shelves existed.
Oh, Traveler, that's what the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah,
that's the one we didn't play. I never got to play Classic Traveler.
I never did either. But yeah, so that's the thing, is that everything existed on the shelves, and I think there is a problem in that there's a contraction of the market because I'm sorry, the kids all moved into the video games, you know, and you know, yeah, the open gaming license came around. The open gaming license is really what's responsible for all of this, just, you know, consolidating anyways. But that's the other thing, is you saw people that avoided the open gaming license. You know, Palladium is still around, still doing their thing their way. You don't have to raise your hand on your own show, Seraphis.
No. I was just thinking for a second. Do you think with what he is doing right now, or rather Hasbro is doing right now, with having this whole third-party board of books, you know, coming, like, you know, the vampire book from Ghostfire in collaboration with White Wolf, all of that, do you think they're kind of becoming the RPG Steam?
No.
What do you mean RPG Steam?
Steam.
Oh God, no. Not even close.
Not even, yeah. Not even close.
I'm just throwing it out there. I have a vibe. A terrible, terrible vibe.
What? So, if I'm understanding this right, from your perspective, D&D is moving down the direction of becoming the Steam, as in like the mechanic that many other role-playing games are going to go to, then get access to the mechanics, the IP, to then distribute it out. That's your perception, okay?
Yep. People are gonna start migrating to using 5.5. They'll start selling their stuff on the D&D Beyond website, and D&D Beyond will start becoming the Steam where people go to distribute or to buy their role-playing game digital content.
I see what you're saying, and I can see the logic behind it. It makes sense that they would try to go down that route. Now, I don't foresee that they will have the success of Steam, but I think that they're going to be trying to basically use the household name, the ability to basically bring people on and basically go like, hey, we now have a distribution.
His name's still there.
Yeah, that was
I'll be honest. I'm not quite sure where he was going, but I'm gonna say that I don't think they're becoming the Steam either, because like Max says, Steam has games of all types. WotC is, becoming more like Macintosh of the 80s, our way of no way, or what I would like to say is a closed ecosystem. You play within our rule set. I mean, the Steam of RPGs is drive-through.
Yeah.
But they own that too.
I thought they only owned the DM's Guild. Like they've set up
Which is
DM's Guild.
integrated with drive-through RPG. Did you not notice?
No, I know that like it's integrated, but I thought it was a deal with drive-through and D&D that they would separate them out.
Oh, that's interesting because it doesn't look like that when you actually go through.
No,
they are very connected.
I know that it's the same platform, but they've had to separate out the DM's Guild because if you sell it on the DM's Guild, you have got different terms and conditions. Whereas if you were to sell it on drive-through, because effectively what you wanted to be able to open up for people to make their stuff to sell it, but they wanted a cut of that. So they made the agreement with drive-through that this is now being segregated out.
Yeah, because also the whole point with the DM's Guild is you can self-publish your stuff, and then by putting it under DM's Guild, then it also links back in to D&D, and it's visibly associated with WotC and with D&D.
And because you get certain
because let's be honest, I mean, drive-through is the place you go to buy RPGs lately. Like,
yeah,
for most small publishers.
Yes. Nice. But let's connect it back to, I believe, what Sax was saying, which was, well, they've already kind of had success in rebranding the hobby from TTRPG to D&D. People refer to the hobby as D&D.
Yeah, but they always have.
Well, definitely. That's been going on for at least a decade plus.
It's Xerox, it's aspirin, it's
Yeah, that's something that your country does.
And you have aspirin. Hold on, you have aspirin, right?
No.
You don't? Okay.
I know what it is, but like, I get what you're saying. It's a household. The point is, it's a household item. It's a household name.
Well, no. Hold on.
From U.S. media.
No. Aspirin was a trademark name by Bayer, which is technically a German corporation. Okay, but they didn't defend their trademark, so it's now become commonplace. Okay, so that's my point there. D&D
the term aspirin.
Okay, fine. Apparently, it's not a great example with international people, but the thing is that, but I know.
That's a good thing. There's no international people here then.
So, Mr. Baker saying we didn't refer to the hobby as D&D back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, but
that again, I am not American. I am not English.
Mr. Baker's out of England, I think.
Even then,
if it's the Mr. Baker, I think it is.
Even then, though, like, yes, the 80s and 90s was when it originated from. Go through the 2000s and 2010. That's where you start seeing the zeitgeist of D&D becoming a household name in association with every single tabletop role-playing game. So, to put it very bluntly, the times of the 90s and 80s are gone. The times of the 2000s and 10s have risen.
Maybe I'm just misremembering it.
But what, the 80s and 90s?
No. Just like, well, I didn't get to play in the 80s and 90s. Just bought all the books because I had no friends.
I wasn't born.
I was going to say, you were 10.
But not even then.
Maybe. I'm feeling very old right now. Thank you, Saxius.
I'm here to validate that you have wisdom beyond our comprehension.
That's the wrong word to use.
He's old, Sax. It's called he's old. You got to enunciate so that he can understand you too. Smaller words as well.
Yeah.
His old mind, you see, you can play tricks on him.
Before we get too caught up in that, what were you saying, Brian?
I don't remember at this point.
Okay, fine. So the point going back towards drive-through, D&D and the like. Drive-through has become, yes, the Steam, because it is the largest distributor. I mean, to be honest, like before drive-through, I would be going to the Trove if I needed anything, which was a pirate site.
Right.
His home. That's what I'd be doing before then if I didn't physically buy the books. Drive-through has now become the Steam because it's a centralized place for that. DM's Guild was then set up where D&D was where you could turn around and say like, hey, I'd like to use the IP of D&D, which means like the Beholders, the Illithids, the Forgotten Realms. Take your pick of any of the first and second edition worlds, and you can just go bananas with that. It's there for you to use and publicize us. And that was the deal because WotC takes a cut of all the sales being done there, and Drive-Thru gets their other cut. So you're mainly doing that to build a base, if anything.
Well, you're trying to scream at everyone just like the 8,000 other people are trying to do. That's at the end of the day, that's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see 5.5 becoming I don't see D&D Beyond becoming the Steam of RPGs.
It's going to struggle because I think we've seen Roll20 be the Steam of virtual tabletops for a period. They have now received, or they're now fighting competition quite stiffly with Foundry. We had Astral and a bunch of other sites that's come up. Hell, like if you want to go even more old school, like you have what's it called, like RPG Maker or Map RPG, which has the same potential as Roll20. You just need to sit and code everything, which if you know how to do that, fantastic. If you don't, well, get fucked.
Okay, well, would a better analogy have been then that 5.5 is becoming the Unity of gaming then?
Yeah. I
think that's a good comparison.
Now you're thinking like a millennial.
Right. Well, but I mean, I also like Legion of Myths comparison. It's like the Apple ecosystem. It's our walled garden, and here's the rules that you play by in here. But yeah, that or actually no, like Unity makes sense, but I actually think the Apple walled garden is probably a lot more accurate, because technically anybody can take Unity and just use it anywhere,
which is what they're doing with 5.5.
I think
right, but you don't have to sell through the Unity store, and you don't have to.
Yes, but I'm comparing the system. My point was trying to compare the system.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like within a few years, everything's going to be using 5.5.
I don't think so.
It's going to try.
Well, number one, I don't think 5.5 was received as well as they wanted it to be. So I think there's that problem. There's
it's definitely dead here in Australia.
Right. Well, so there's that problem. Then there's also the problem of like if D&D was going to take over everything, I think it would have happened under 3.5.
That probably would have been their best guy.
Right. But they because also everybody was jumping in on it. Well, quote unquote everybody. But that's the other problem, is that the problem is they can't control the garden. They want to wall the garden and be the ones that control everything, but the problem is they can't, because all I have to do is write a book and I can put it out into the world. And theoretically, it could take over. Okay, will it? Probably not, but that's a separate issue. The deal is that it can, because they can't control the publishing of the world. So
Or not with that printing in China.
well, well, but that's the other thing is, I don't have to print in China either. I can print. I can get stuff printed U.S. based. Palladium does all of their printing in the U.S. So I think they do all their printing in their U.S.
Mm.
I'm wondering if the Ninja Turtles was done U.S. or overseas. Oh, now give me 1 second.
I think what the point that you're making, Surface, is that they want to basically make the power move or go in the direction where they are going to become centralized and a core bit within the hobby, allowing them to basically be like you said, Steam or Unity, where they are at that crossroad of where if you want to be in this industry, you have to go via them. Because we're seeing Steam printing money in a legal fashion beyond the comprehension of mankind, just by existing and by turning around and going, hey, oh, your baby threw up on your console and you're saying that you want to give us cash? No, we're going to send this to you for free because our customer service is beyond your understanding. It's like,
have you seen Youth Pastor Ryan's shorts?
I have not.
You should look him up, especially all his Steam-based shorts.
He is not actually a pastor.
No,
by the way.
Oh, well.
That's just his screen name is Youth Pastor Ryan.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what he looks like.
Yeah. But, he's got some skits on there. Like, literally, one of them is Steam support. Someone gets scammed. And it turns into this whole military operation. There's a drone strike. And then, like...
I've seen so many of them.
Yeah. And then, he's just like, oh, yeah, let me just get in contact with, what's the dude's name? It's like Bob or something from HR, and just takes out life insurance policies on all these people they're about to wipe out. And then they wipe them out, and that's how they pay for the Steam sales. And it's just like, no, I can see Steam doing that.
I mean, there's been so many people who've done that skits like that, where it's like, I've my Steam account got hacked. Would you mind just undoing it? Absolutely, sir. Here you are. Here's $100, for your account, for your inconvenience. And how would you like the hacker terminated? I was like, sorry, what do you mean? Well, we've got a sniper on their way. There's another team that's about to kidnap his family. We can have them waterboarded and sent to you in a secure mail. Would you like digits to be cut off? I was like, no. What is this? Well, sir, we provide nothing but the finest of customer service for our base. So tell us, my dear sir, how would you like the revenge to be served? Cold, hot, or excruciatingly long? It's like, just it's fine. Just call it off. Very well, sir. How would you rate your experience? Amazing. Thank you. It's very important that you're treated with the utmost respect. Have a wonderful day. Beep. It's like, welcome to Shadowrun, where the good corporation is Steam, who sells video games and hires Shadowrunners to break into like 14-year-olds who just went like, I just wanted his Steam account. It's like, can't have that. He had a WoW character at like level 58. I was jealous. Sorry about that, Bobby O. Okay, I'm sending that idea over to my Sunday group, going like, we're now playing we're doing a short campaign. It's going to be Shadowrun. You're working as Shadowrunners for Steam Incorporated. Who are you going up against? Epic Game Store. What are you doing? You're burning down their servers.
I would play in that game. I would absolutely play in that game.
Well, Brian, I'll need to find the time and I'll drag you into this and I'll be like, here, hello, welcome to this. I'm going to be playing Shadowrun. It's like, okay, cool. I'm going to be an orc. I'm going to be this and this. So who are we hired by? Steam. Who are you going up against? Ubisoft. Oh, but we have to now take down one of the evil microtransaction companies. What are they called? Paradox. It's like, oh, but every time we take down one of their DLCs, it's just an entire, one DLC is just an entire corporation build-up. We burned one down. 2 more springs up. How does it work?
No. Every time one of them gets taken out, they get acquired by EA. And so EA is just becoming even bigger and bigger and this could spiral out of control.
It's going to be great.
Okay, I have one condition of play. I'm playing an elf, but I need to start off with mono wire. That's all I ask.
I'll give that to you. I want to see an elf sneak up there with the mono wire and go cut in their throats and let them gurgle on their own blood as you lean in and whisper, "Game Attacks 667 has come for you." What? Yeah, no, you're just Hitman hired because the CS:GO team got booted out of the wrong tournament. No, that's too much. We need to keep this real.
I do have one question about this game, though. Are we going to play Shadowrun First Edition, Shadowrun 4th Edition, Shadowrun 6 World, or Shadowrun 5.5e?
Fuck you, but that was a W.
Oh, I'm sorry. That call's been terminated.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have enough euros to currency to assist in this. Can you hear that? It's like someone's allowed a dying corpse to come back in.
We restored his breathing rights.
I might get there eventually.
Man. We have a plan, gentlemen, and we will need to discuss in the future when we can set this up so we can do this live stream. And I'm happy to be the game master for this. I'm happy for that. Have the two of you be the Shadowrunners, taking on the various corporations, burning down AI centers. Why? Because we don't need that data harvesting to be done. And at the end of the day, there are better things to use the AI for, like actually having proper AI opponents in the game. That's what we need these data centers for. Could we do Cyberpunk? We could. But it's not gone so enough. I need my... Oh, dear Lord.
So here's my character. I'm just saying.
I mean, literally you said elf and you said monowire. I mean, this couldn't be any better depiction. But yeah. I mean, yeah, you could do Cyberpunk for this. You absolutely could. But I like the crunchiness that you get from Shadowrun, where you just... My inner orc comes out and goes, we need more dice. We need a shit ton more dice. Do you have a bucket? It's like, yes, good. I need 2 of them.
Do you have a bucket? I need 2.
Sax, I have a serious question. Will I need more than 330 D6s?
I think you're in the right ballpark for this.
Okay, cool.
Because I expect you to be min-maxing the shit out of this.
Yeah. Well, back when I was running my Shadowrun game, when I started getting bored of 5th edition, I made sure that everyone had enough D6s. So I got some D6s.
I mean, you probably have more than what I have, but yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, I am getting text that I now need to go and do other things in my life choice. I may actually have to reappear and start going, right, guys, we need to discuss this Shadowrun game. I like this. I like the sound of this. Even if it's just like a short, like hour and a half, 2 hours, like focused. Here is what you go and do, like mini one shots, like one things. Exactly.
Yeah, I honestly, the only problem with this game is the fact that like this is the time that would be available.
Oh no. What would happen with Talking Drek? How would we retheme this whole thing into being Shadowrun? I mean, what kind of Drek would we have to do?
Execute Order Drek.
Execute Order Drek. Hey, actually, really quick, folks. If anyone here isn't subscribed yet, we can get Seraphis back to 100 subscribers.
You do, and I'll call every single one of you a cunt. Personally. Naming you each and every
Look at the benefits he's providing, folks. Somebody out there, one more subscriber.
Let me find my other Poppet accounts.
Anyways, I think it would be fun.
Yes. I already have plans.
That sounds good. We've got something that's being set up for this. Oh, there we go. My other account is now subscribed. He's up to 100.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could do it. I guess we could do it Saturday instead of Sunday if we wanted to keep Drek alive.
Well, I guess talking. Or this is a discussion we could go on.
Or Talking Drek could be the game. I don't know. Whatever. I think Brian would play. Especially based on those terms. Brian, go watch the last 10 minutes of Drek. You won't be disappointed.
No, you need to rephrase that. Go watch the last 10 minutes of Drek. You will be disappointed.
Go watch the last 10 minutes of Drek. We need your help converting something to 5.5.
And banned.
We're literally killing Brian. We can't do that. Who else is going to be our... Well, what the fuck are you going to be playing, Brian? The Ogre Shaman? The Orc Medic?
I don't.
The Gnomish Nomaticum?
What is a Nomaticum?
I don't know. You will make something up that is going to be bullshit. You're going to be showing up there going like, I am Gnomish Grammaticus. I am technically correct.
Drek 5.5.
We found the title. Thank you very much, Legion with Seraphis. This is now the official thing. Steam support. Drek 5.5. No, Seraphis. We will upload your consciousness to an AI. You will be playing this. You will be subjugated to our bullshit commentary. And you will be moaning and groaning and wanting to scream out, cunt. But you will be filtered. Because this will be an American filter who can't stand such ferocious free language.
Hey, considering that we're doing this through Restream and uploading on YouTube, I'm surprised that it gets all my cunts to begin with, quite frankly.
Yes.
Anyway, we should let you go so that you can do your tasks. And
thank you. Gentlemen, thank you. You've put a terrible idea in my head. I'm going to go and actually think about this. And I'll post up in the off the channel. And we'll figure something out.
Oh, man. That was great. Thank you, Saxus. That was... I can't think of a better way to end the show.
Yeah. I mean, aside from calling everyone a cunt, because now I've got 100 subscribers again, so fuck you all. You dirty fucking cunts.